Hello, my name is Gabrielle. I'm the person in charge of the Campus France office in Thailand. The Campus France office for Thailand is located at the French Embassy in Bangkok. So I don't know if there's some Thai students over there, but so today I will present you how to look for a program to search and after how to apply. So if you have any questions during my presentation, of course, don't interrupt me. I will keep the chat open so you can ask me your questions. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I will. So for this event, so the Choose France Fair for ASEAN, organized by the French Embassy of Singapore, we are a few countries of the Asian area to participate. And so I am here for Thailand. So I will present you how to find and apply for a program in France. It can be any program. I will present you all the many tools that Campus France have to help you to find a program, because I know that it can be something a little bit complicated. So I'm here to answer to your questions too. So I will. So there's the website that you may know the best is the Campus France website. There is a Campus France website for international, and there is a Campus France website for every country. So there's a Campus France website for Thailand, the Campus France website for Cambodia and everything. But the most important website you have to know is the Campus France International website. So here is the link. And on the main page of the website, there is a little thing over there called "What program are you looking for?" And it will lead you to several catalogs. So here are all the catalogs that Campus France creates. There is a catalog for every project that you might have. There is a catalog for bachelor degree and master's degree. In these two catalogs, there is several programs, many programs. It can be both in French and in English. So depending on your level of French, I will maybe recommend you, if you don't speak any of French, to go on this catalog instead, the catalog for only program in English. So in this catalog, there is more than 1,000 programs, every level on every field. So you can do your research on it without any problem. You will find a lot of results. If you want to study in PhD is a little bit complicated. It's a little bit particular for the French system. So there is a catalog for the PhD degree where you look for open position for a PhD. So you will look by field, you will type your field of research, and you will have a list of open position in your field. So you have to look into it to see if you are eligible, to see if you fit the position, and after apply. I will of course advise you, but this goes for every project, to not hesitate to contact the person in charge of the program, because they might answer your questions the best. So don't hesitate. There is once you click on, I will show you a little bit later, but once you click on the open position, you will have the email of the person in charge of the program. So don't hesitate, it's made for it. There is also a catalog for art and culture. So it's also quite specific. There is this catalog where you can find programs in fine arts, program in architecture, program in design, program in cinema, every field that might goes into the cultural field. So there is campus art, and there is finally the catalog for summer schools, short programs, and French classes. So in this you will have two main website, on the same website, subsection, as I would say. One section to learn French, so you will have several programs of French language, and summer schools, and the other one is for summer school and short programs, so programs that might be for us at least minimum 1 week to a few months. In general, it's 3 months, 6 months maximum, and summer schools. So don't hesitate to look into it if you might be interested by doing your studies in France, but you are not sure. Summer schools might be a good option because you can go to France for summer during your summer break and see if you like the French culture, the French system, or you adapt. And it's also made for make contacts, ask to the French supervisor if they have any programs that you might be interested. So it might be a good option if you are more unsure about your program, or if you are already a professional and want to be very specialized in a field, a specific field. So yes, here are all the catalogs. So I will come back. You have every catalog in this. What program are you looking for? If you click, you will have a list depending on your project. So, and here is every catalog. So next, for every catalog, it goes for everything. You can search by field, by level of degree, and by geographical region. So by field, there is everything in this. If you don't recognize in any of these fields, because for example, it might be more specific, you can search by keywords. So don't hesitate to try different keywords, because if you type, for example, if you study political sciences, which you see is not listed there, you can type political sciences on the research area, and you will have a list of results. But for example, if you type international relation, you will have another list of results. So don't hesitate to type several keywords because it will lead you to different results. You can also look for level of degree. I will, of course, advise you to do the two filter, like you put your degree and after you put your field, because the results will be more precise. So you may not know how the French system is. So what we call licence 1, licence 2, licence 3 bachelor in yellow over there. It means licence 1 means first year of bachelor degree, licence 2 means second year of bachelor degree, and licence 3 means third year of bachelor degree, because in France, the bachelor degree is in 3 years. So for example, if you look for L1, first year of bachelor degree, you will put licence 1. But for example, if you are interested in doing all your bachelor degree to get the French diploma, I will advise you to put everything, to put licence 1, licence 2, and licence 3, because some universities will put licence 3 bachelor only, but it goes for all the bachelor degree. So it will be the 3 years at once. But some universities put only licence 3 in the criteria. So don't hesitate to put everything and to look into every program, because it will be more detailed. So after Master 1 and Master 2, same. Master 1 means first year of master's degree, and Master 2 means second year of master's degree. Same for the bachelor degree. I highly recommend you, if you want to get the French diploma of master, I will highly recommend you to put Master 1 plus Master 2, because sometimes university put only Master 2 in the criteria, but when they put Master 2, it means, it can happen that it means 2 years of master's degree. So I will recommend you to put both. Master of Science means Master of Science. It's quite comprehensive, understandable. So, and Specialized Master, the master written like this, it's not the same diploma as this one, Master 1 and Master 2. Specialized Master like this in general, it means that like it's a diploma of 3 years, but you cannot enter this master if you don't have a bachelor degree. So it's a more long and more specified program that can be very useful, especially if you do if you are in the field of law. There is a lot of very good master degree in this field. The MBA means business, master of business. So if you want to study in, for example, a business school or economic schools, this MBA will also be a good option. But for example, if you want to study in business school, I will recommend you to put MBA plus Master 1 and Master 2. And here is also short and professional classes and summer classes. So it will have the same results as the catalog for summer school and short program. You will have the same results. And of course, you can search by geographical region, depending if you have family, for example, in the south of France, you can look for only programs in the south of France. Okay, so I will after show you how to apply. So once you found your program, I will of course recommend you to list several programs, because if you, for example, if you identify only one program and you are not accepted, then you will not go to France. So I will recommend you to put your balls into several baskets so you can be accepted. To apply, you will, after you find the program in this catalog, you will look into the more detailed program that you choose, and there will be the process how to apply. So there is different way about how to apply, and it depends mainly on your on the country you are living in. It doesn't depend on your nationality. It depends on the country you are living in. So for example, if you live in Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam, you will follow a specific process that apply to these countries. But if you live in Myanmar or Philippines, there isn't this process that applied for the other countries. So I will advise you to contact the person in charge of the program directly to be sure about how to proceed, because it's not the same. So be careful, of course, because it's not because you have to follow the process, so the EEF process. The EEF process is for these countries. So it's not because you have to do this process that the university you choose will not ask you to follow their own process. Because, for example, I will give you a concrete example. If you want to go to the University of PSL, which is a very good university for science or economy, and if you live in Cambodia, for example, the PSL University will ask you to apply with them, but after you will have to apply also with EEF. So be very careful about this, and that's why I highly recommend you to contact the person in charge of the program, because they will guide you the best, or contact directly the person in charge of your Campus France office in your country, because they can help you with this. So, for example, if you want to study economy at PSL, you will do the application form with PSL, the university, and the EEF process. And the most important thing is be careful about the deadlines, because it would be too bad to miss the deadline and not go to France, or have to wait another year to apply. So be very careful. And so here are the main deadlines. So this apply only if you live in a country where the EEF process applies. So no Myanmar and no Philippines. I will tell you later about Myanmar and Philippines. So if you live in one of the other countries where the EEF process apply, here are the main deadlines. So you will have to create your account on EEF and choose your the program you are interested in. If you want to study, if you're right now in high school or you want to start again your studies, if you want to study for a first year of bachelor degree, or if you want to study in medicine, or I don't know, for a first year of bachelor degree, the deadline will be in a few months, in December 15. So be very careful because it's quite soon. If you want to study in any other programs, from the licence 2 to the PhD, or if it will be depending on your Campus France office. For example, for Thailand, I will speak for Thailand. The deadline for Campus France Thailand to study from second year to PhD is February 1st, 2023. So there is still a little bit of time, but this date really depends on your Campus France office from your country. So I will recommend you to go on the Campus France website from your home country Campus France office. So to know the deadlines. And if you want to study in arts or culture, so Campus Arts, the deadline is February 28th. So I will come back. For Campus Art, it's a little bit specific because the application will be on Campus Art. Even if you live in a country where the EEF process apply, you don't do your application on EEF, you do your application on Campus Art's website directly. You create an account on Campus Arts, you made 7 choices of program, and after it's only one application for your 7 choices. And after we send your application to the choice you made, but only on Campus Arts. And the deadline is February 28th. So still a little bit of time, you have time to think. So on EEF, there is two choices. You will create your account on EEF and we will ask you if you are already accepted to the university or if you apply directly on EEF, because there is 2 ways to apply to French universities or institution. You can apply directly on EEF. So you create your application on EEF, you put 3 programs, you have 3 choices. If you want to study in a first year of bachelor degree, or you put 7 choices, until 7 choices of program if you want to study in any other years. So if you are a candidate, like it means by candidate, we means that you will apply through EEF. So you will create your account, you will create your application on EEF, you will put your choices of program, and after we will review your application, we will help you with your motivation letter, everything. We will see that everything is okay. We do a little interview with you, and after we send your application to the universities. That's the first way. The second way is called pre-consular application. So it means that you already been accepted to the French institution. For example, if you want to study in business schools, in general, business schools have their own way to proceed to do the application. So you will do the process directly with them, and you will come to the EEF application once you are accepted by the university. To sum up, if you live in the country listed, you have to go through the EEF process because it's mandatory to get your student visa. If you live in Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, etc., it is mandatory for you to go through the EEF process whether you are a candidate or whether you are a pre-consular application, because it's mandatory to get your visa. You will not have your visa students if you don't do the EEF account and the EEF process. That's why there is two ways, because it's possible to apply directly with universities and after come to us. We will just check if everything's good. If you have any difficulties with your visa, any difficulties with the accommodation, we are here to help you, but the process will be easier than a candidate application, because the candidate application, you will do all your application with this. So it's more serious and it will be there where the university will choose to accept you or not. While if you're a pre-consular application, you are already accepted. So there is no doubt that you will have your visa and everything, okay? The way also, the candidate application, you will do it with universities, because now French universities tend to very like the candidate EEF application, and it's tend to be the same way to apply to French universities, public universities, for everyone. So more and more universities like to the candidate application. And for French public universities, there will be less and less pre-consular application. Okay, but same, there is everything explained on the website of the university that you choose. And if you have any doubt, any questions, we are here to help you. So for the countries that, for Philippines and Myanmar, where the EEF process do not apply, the way to apply is to contact the Campus France office directly. If you want to study for a first year, you go to the Campus France office of your country, you say that you want to study for your first year, and they will give you an application form where you do your application. If you want to study from L2 to PhD, you just follow the process of the university that you choose. Everything will be very well explained. So you don't have to do everything that I told you earlier. You don't have to do the EEF process. It's a little bit more easy, but be very careful, because for this year there will no EEF process for Myanmar and Philippines, but it doesn't mean that for the next years there will not be. It's very possible that the Philippines and Myanmar will also have to go through the EEF process. So be careful about this, because the deadlines are quite short, are not the same, and you can't do the process you can do it right now in these countries. So same, if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to contact the Campus France office of your home country. That's it. If you have any questions, I would be very happy to hear about it. So don't hesitate on the chat to ask. And if you want, I can also continue to share my screen and show you how to do more concretely, step by step, to find a program. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope that it's clear. I know it's a little bit complicated because the French system can be a little bit tricky. It's actually quite easy to find a program. There is several catalogs that I show you. So you just go on the catalog that might suit you the best. For example, if you don't speak French, go directly on the catalog only for program in English. Search by field, and after do your search for a program that might suit you. I will highly recommend you to put 7 choices on your EEF application, because you're not sure, and the more program you put, the highest your chance are to get into a program in France. So don't hesitate to put several choices. Don't limit it to only 1 or 2. And of course, for example, if you are from Philippines, but you live in Thailand, as I said at the beginning of my presentation, it's not the nationality who apply, it's the country you are living in. So if you are from Philippines or from Myanmar, but you live in Thailand or Vietnam, for example, you have to go through the EEF process. But if you're Thai and you live in Philippines, then you don't have to do it. I know it's a little bit tricky, but that's this way. Here is the Études en France website. You can put it in English and Spanish. And so here you do sign up. And after everything is quite well explained, you create your account, you put every information. So here you will have to put it in English. Here is the Campus France office where you apply. So for example, for Thailand, you have to put Thailand. And after you do your application, you can put after this in English if you're not comfortable in French. And after you put every information, your name, your email, your passport number, and everything. Okay. And here is the Campus France website. You can also put the Campus France website in English, and after, in general, the Campus France website of your own country have your own language. For example, for Campus France Thailand, we have the website in Thai. So you put the website in English, and after, here, what's the program you are looking for? And here I am looking for PhD, undergraduate, master, for example, taught in English, and it will lead you to the catalog. Here, quite easy, right? So here is the number of the program, and here, as I told you, you put your level of degree, and after you put your field. And here is for geographical criteria. Okay. And this, how the website is made, it's the same for every catalog, like the catalog for a bachelor program in both English and French will be the same, etc. They are the same design, so quite easy. Okay. Okay, then it's 4 minutes left. I think that's this conclude. If you have any questions, there is a Campus France office in every country, whether it's in the French Institute or Alliance Française or French embassies. There is a Campus France office, so don't hesitate to ask them, and they are your best ally to make your application for studies in France. And if you're Thai, I will be very happy to help you with your project, of course. And thank you for the organizer, Chubb Events, and the French Embassy of Singapore for organizing this fair. I hope that you will get a lot of good information from the Campus France office or the French universities and institutions. I know that after me today, there will be a few universities. Aix-Marseille Universities, for example, is a very, very big university in France. There is also the University of Polynésie Française in the Pacific. So don't hesitate to go into their presentation, because you might have an insight about how how is it and what kind of programs they present and they have in their universities. Myself, for example, I was in Aix-Marseille University, the university after me, so don't hesitate. Thank you. Thank you very much for attending, and don't hesitate to write us an email if you have any questions. And I hope that your project in France will be concrete and will succeed. Thank you, everyone.